I don't know really. I just think, I mean, we've got a real strong, loyal fan base. Really, I suppose that's the main thing. And we still, make strong albums. I think we still write strong songs. That's what I like to think, anyway.
Exactly. What do you do then? I mean, what do you do when Maiden is not your prime concern?
Play football, tennis, do all the normal things you don't get a chance to do on the road too much. I've got, darkroom photography and stuff. I'm into that. And obviously spending time with family and that. Just doing normal type things, really,
Are you a homey type of person?
Yeah, I don't go out too much once I'm, finished with a tour. Because I'm out all the time on tour, so, when I'm home, that's it, I don't really go out very much.
Would you say the feeling is the same every time you're about to release a new record?
Yeah, pretty much so, because you really want to, just obviously write the best songs you can. So we tend to write under pressure. We usually allow ourselves like a 6-week period to write in. And so in that sense, since the Number of the Beast album, the process of writing, recording has been pretty similar. Obviously we've recorded in different places. I mean, if you go and record in the Bahamas, it's obviously going to be a different sort of atmosphere of recording at home. But in some ways, the last couple of albums, I think we've been a bit more productive in the sense that, there's nothing to sort of take you off course, I suppose, whereas if you're in the Bahamas, I mean, you go out and, you do a backing track and then you go out and celebrate, and stuff.
Do you feel the same satisfaction over this one as you did, for example?
Yeah, you always feel satisfaction when you've just finished an album. I mean, you can't wait to play it to people, It's always that way. But you can't be, like, totally objective about it until a few months later, because then you live with the album more and you play the songs live and you see how they stand up against other songs. But obviously, after you just finished an album, you obviously, you tend to think it's the best thing you've done because it's fresh and exciting and it's new and everything else. So I think, like maybe in a year's time, I'll be more objective and compare it more to the other albums, really. But I think it's a very strong album, I mean, I think all the albums we've done have been very strong. I mean, the songs, the bottom line is the songs.
Fear of the Dark, to me, seems to be a little more sinister than Maiden has been for a while. It has this evilness a little bit over it that disappeared for a while, I think.
I don't know if it's really evil. Sinister, I'd agree, sinister, eerie perhaps, but I don't know about evil. I think the song itself just conjured up sort of weird sort of, imagery for me to want to write about that. And some of the other songs have got a very strong mood on, like Afraid to Shoot Strangers. It's very moody. But there's so many different things happening on the album, so varied, you couldn't really take one song off the album and say that's representative of the album. And I think that's probably because there's like 4 different songwriters, different collaborations going on, like with Yannick coming in the band and everything, and writing stuff, and some of it's quite different. I mean, we've done different things in the past and we've got a bit of flack for it, but so be it, I mean, we've never really been scared to try different things.
Fear is the Key, doesn't that sound like Gillan a lot? I mean, Bruce almost sounds like Ian singing.
Yeah, there is one bit in the middle where he does a scream which sounds really like Gillan, but then the scream after that is a bit like Robert Plant. So, I mean, the actual song itself, to me, reminds me, the feel of it reminds me of Zeppelin. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, anyway, there has been songs in the past where Bruce has reminded me of Gillan because he's a big Gillan fan anyway.
Oh, I know that. Yeah.
So, that's natural that would come out every now and again. I mean, Yannick is influenced by a lot of people. I think on this album in particular, there's bits of it, that, you can tell he's Blackmore influence and also Jeff Beck. So, I mean, all these influences come out, they pop up once in a while,
What type of credit would you put on Yannick as a new member of the band now, when you've worked with him for some time now and you're starting to write songs?
Well, definitely, I think he's a big asset to the band, for sure. I mean, when he came into the band, first of all, his enthusiasm alone was like, worth its weight in gold. And then obviously on stage and everything, his antics on stage. And the bottom line is he's a good player anyway, and a good bloke as well. And but now, I mean, he's proved that he can really write good songs too. And so it's strengthened the band even more because, I mean, there's 4 songwriters on this album. I mean, if Nico ever comes up with a decent song, or a song at all, come to that, then that'll be even bigger bonus as well.
Aren't you dying now to go out on tour?
Oh yeah,
it's
definitely.
Been a while now since you've...
I mean, lucky enough, the gigs that we were doing, like Roskilde, and we did Bordeaux in the south of France and stuff like that, couple of gigs in Switzerland, you know, August, September. That sort of kept her hand in, if you like.
But still 6 months ago, so...
Yeah, so it's not too bad. You know, we really enjoyed doing them gigs, so like one-off type gigs, and, you know, I think like when you sort of, if you don't play from one tour to the next, like maybe a year by the time you've recorded and all that stuff, then it, you know, you really are chomping at the bit to get out there, you know.
With Maiden, one has come to expect that the stage show would look something in the vein of the album cover. So can we expect a shrubbage on this one?
Yeah, fear of the bark, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Eddie will be there, and you know, obviously I'm not going to say too much what's on the thing, but yeah, I mean, Eddie will be there. But all I'll say is he'll be there in different, various forms, really. But, yeah, I mean, we try and put the best show on we can, as we always do. But I mean, this time, because we're going to be doing lots of the rock and outdoor festivals and stuff in America as well, you know, we're going to try and put on maybe a bit bigger production than last time, so you know, it should be interesting.